Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're back here at the Raiti's Rides household. We've been on the road. Lori and I have been on the road traveling from coast to coast because you guys deserve to see the latest and greatest from all the different manufacturers. But you know what? We're here for one reason and one reason only. It comes from Toyota. They finally delivered on that promise to all the true enthusiasts out there. There will be a 2023 Toyota GR Supra with a 6-speed manual transmission. So without further ado, let's get into the details because it's not just about dropping a 6-speed manual in the car. There are some other changes, updates, and things to talk about. I got all the details, so if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's dive into this new 6-speed manual Supra. Okay guys, there it is. Now, I know you're probably wondering, why are we starting with the exterior, Joe? This is about the 6-speed. The manual lever is inside the car. Well, the reason why we're starting with the exterior is because there's some new things. First of all, what you are seeing in this particular vlog is that is a special edition that they're gonna make on top of being able to option in the 6-speed manual transmission. So this is an A91 MT. Obviously, MT stands for manual transmission. Special edition will be limited to 500 examples. Now, Toyota's been telling us that this Supra is an evolution, and truly, they are living up to their words, because in 2019, when they introduced this to the world, obviously, a lot of people were in shock and awe based off of what it looked like, based off of how it was a combination between BMW and Toyota and the car being built in Austria. Well, you know what? I think time has gone by and a lot of people have learned to love the Supra, or at least accept it, especially when you look at what the performance numbers are. How does it drive? How does it make you feel? Especially when you're going through the twisty bits. I think that Toyota and BMW has definitely done a great job with that whole driving experience. Now, you know, they went ahead, added more horsepower over the years. Now we have the 6-speed manual transmission. Now, like I said, what you're looking at right now is that special edition, 1 of 500. The color you're looking at is matte white. Now, if you look closely at the wheels, that is a new color for the wheels of all Supra vehicles for 2023. It's a what they're calling frost gunmetal gray. So it's a nice flat gunmetal gray, really accentuates perfectly with the body lines that are in that matte white. And those are going to be the two colors, matte white, and then the other color for the special edition is going to be called See You Later Gray. You get it? The letter C, the letter U, and the word later in gray. See You Later Gray. Those are your two options for the special edition. There's also an all-new color, which I'm dying to see. It's called Stratosphere Blue, and you'll be able to get that color on 2-liter Supras and also 3-liter Supras. Now, if you want the 6-speed manual, I guess for some of you, the zonk is gonna be that it's only available with the 3-liter model, and that's it. So let's talk about that real quickly. 3-liter, just like before, straight 6 turbocharged engine. Inline 6 turbocharged engine, still putting out 382 horsepower, 363 pound-feet of torque. And yes, now you could have your 6-speed manual or the ZF 8-speed automatic. It would have been nice. One of the things I'm gonna kind of half zonk here is it would have been nice if they would have rounded the horsepower up to 400 horsepower. And the reason why that not only would have been nice, but also makes sense is that, guess what? Nissan Z coming out this summer has 400 horsepower. And there was once upon a time last year when during the introduction of the Z, I said that that was going to be the real advantage, that you could get the Z with a manual transmission. Well, guess what? Now you could get the Supra with a manual transmission. So it's going to see how the two of them stack up, especially with the Z producing a little bit more horsepower. Now remember, with the torque of this motor, it comes in at 1,800 RPM and pulls through. Automatic weighs 3,400 pounds. So it's going to be interesting to see how much weight is lost by going with the 6-speed manual transmission. There's going to be some other changes. It's not just, like I said in the introduction, that they're taking the manual and just plopping it in there. They're actually making a bunch of changes to the chassis dynamics, also braking that will be specific to the manually transmission equipped Supra. You'll notice at the back here, all the lines are familiar, and that's not a bad thing. I wish they would have made some of these vents functional as they evolved the Supra, but maybe they're holding off. I can't wait to see where they're going to go from here, that's for sure. But on the A91 MT edition, you'll notice the bright red Supra name. So you're going to have a bright red Supra badge. That's one way to tell that it's a special edition. Obviously, the two different colors. Underneath the hood, the strut tower bracing is bright red as well. So that's another little way to see if one's going down the road or you see one in the parking lot, whether it's an A91 manual transmission equipped special edition, which, like I said, just 500 of those. They will make plenty of the other ones as long as people want to buy it. But let's continue to talk about what's going on here. The braking has been redone. This does have the IMT, Intelligent Manual Transmission. There's that GR badge. Remember, Gazoo Racing, that is that arm of Toyota that handles their sports car endurance racing, which they've won the 24-hour Le Mans and the WEC championships for a few years. Also handling WRC with the GR Yaris, how they've won over there in that series as well. But IMT, Intelligent Manual Transmission, you will have that 6-speed auto rev match downshift feature. So if you don't know how to heel toe downshift, the system has been specifically tweaked for the Supra. Another thing that I think is crucial that a lot of people don't give credit to is gearing, rear gearing. Because this is a rear-wheel drive car, they're going from 316 gearing to 346 to help with that acceleration. There it is in all of its glory. Perfectly placed 6-speed manual transmission. Looks right at home. You'll notice the unique shift boot with the contrast stitching. I love the shift knob with the GR logo on it. And this falls perfectly within the family. Now that GR Performance family, GR Supra, GR 86, and GR Corolla. Now with this transmission, they made sure that the throws of each gear are very, very nice and short and crisp, the engagement. They even went to the extent of measuring the shift lever and the shift rod that comes up to make sure that your hand isn't sitting too high, too low. The shift knob itself is a weighted shift knob, 200 grams. May not seem like a big deal, but that added weight to the shift knob allows you to go through that 6-speed like a hot knife through butter. You'll notice also the tan. With the A91 MT edition, you'll be able to choose from 2 different interior colors. That's going to add a little bit extra flair and style to it, but they even measured the clearance. It's a 1.7-inch clearance from where the shift lever is as you're in first, third, or fifth, and where the controls are for the center stack. So you're not going to have to worry about mashing your knuckles into the volume knob or into the center stack area where your AC controls and everything is located. So this has been perfectly placed for that driving pleasure that you're going to experience going through the twisty bits, doing your autocross event, and of course your favorite track day. Now, some of the other things, there's a new hairpin function. What does this mean? It actually allows the car, you adjust that setting, it allows the car, as you're going into a tight hairpin kind of turn, to allow the car to move a little bit more, get a little bit extra wheel spin to kind of bring the rear end of the car around to square off that U-turn corner. So really, really kind of cool how there's some new tech here, there's some new engineering, and of course the manual transmission. Now, looking at that two-tone setup, I love how classy it looks, plus how sporty it looks, all at the same time. And if you look in that pedal box, it's got an extra pedal. Clutch, brake, and throttle, nice aluminum finish to it. And from what Toyota's saying, obviously we haven't driven it yet, I can't wait to drive it, but Toyota's saying that they really made sure that where the pedals are located, if you want to shut off the intelligent automatic rev match downshifting, you could do that and then heel toe all by your lonesome and enjoy that connection, that pure connection with the car. Now, you're still going to get the same infotainment system, which works fine. It's not in your line of sight, and I think that's the one thing when you look at the Z has it a little nicely or nicer integrated into the center stack, and you're still getting that same digital gauge cluster, which is really clear, shows off the graphics very nicely. I think the way that they kind of brought this special edition makes sense, and it truly is an evolution. How they went originally with the 3-liter inline 6 at the beginning, turbocharged with less horsepower, then they added more horsepower, then they added the 2-liter option, which remember, the 2-liter is still only available with the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. They had that special carbon edition, the A91 CF carbon fiber edition. That was really hot last year, and now this just adds to the joy. Of course, there's no official times yet for 0 to 60. That's all going to depend on what your skill level is at and how you go through and rode through the 6-speed manual transmission. But the days are numbered, guys. You look in that pedal box, the days are numbered not only for the internal combustion engine when you think about it, but also for having a manual transmission. The one zonk I have in that pedal box is that definitely that dead pedal needs some brushed aluminum. You'll also notice how the pedals are right from the BMW line. And I know, for better or for worse, how you feel about that, but it is what it is. I don't know how the Supra would be able to exist today if it wasn't for that combo deal with them working together. But from what Toyota told me about the Supra is that they really made sure, on top of fine-tuning the manual transmission, but also fine-tune the Twinkie locations and how many Twinkies you could fit in the Supra. So that's going to be interesting as well. But I think it's nice to see Toyota actually delivering on that promise, making it happen, and then actually going through the whole setup. I mean, look at how nice that door panel is with the 2 colors. It makes it pop really, really nicely. And now that you have some other competition, it's going to be interesting to see, is this the perfect sports car now that it has a 6-speed manual transmission? Yes, there's faster cars, but are they as good when it comes to the driving experience? But I'm glad that I was here at home, Lori and I, to make this happen for you guys, because like I said, we've been on planes. I can't tell you, I feel like I've been spun around and then hit over the head with a baseball bat, just like you would hit a piñata at a kid's birthday party. But the problem is I don't have any candy inside of me, so I got a lot of blood. I guess that would be what's going to be coming out. But anyways, let me know what you think about this Supra now with the 6-speed manual. Let me know what you think about this special edition. Is it one that you're going to want to go after? Do you think it's the perfect sports car? Put your comments in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. Of course, we got to give it up to the queen behind the lens, setting everything up. She makes the magic happen. Thank you, Lori, for being the wonderful magician that you are, because you really make people's dreams come true here on Raiti's Rides with your great videography. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.